today we will talk about pasta. But first, what is pasta? Pasta is originally from Italy, which is consists of dough made from durum wheat and water. And also, it is a type of food typically made from unleavened dough of wheat flour mixed with water or eggs. It is extruded into different shapes, typically cooked in boiling water. Preparing and cooking pasta dishes. Pasta is a generic name for an international range of food from a basic mixture of heat, flour, or semolina. Preparing pasta dishes, timing the cooking of the pasta to finish as the sauce and the rest of the meal is ready helps assure it is perfectly cooked.
Now, let's proceed to the history of a pasta. In Etruscan tomb, 400 BC, it provides an early Italian connection as it depicts equipment for pasta making. So, in containing objects that some historians believe to be a tools and kitchen utensils used to roll and form a pasta, very similar to those still in use today. So here is the example, the tool that they use in making a pasta. So this is called a torchio. A torchio is one of the first pasta machine. So as you can see in the picture, they manually made pasta noodles by the use of this tool. So here's the video on how they assemble and make by using a torchio.
So we have all of our pieces here to our pasta gadget, our torchio, starting with our main frame here. So what we want to do first is put on our dye. In this case, I always like to leave my dyes submerged in water, especially when I had used them before, so that way the pasta doesn't dry on the inside. Today, I'm going to show you how to make gargati. Think of it almost as like a thicker spaghetti or a thinner penne. We'll drop that here into our screw, attach that to the bottom. Then we just want to clamp this onto our table. Sometimes you need to get a little creative figuring out how and where you're going to clamp it. I like to use these C clamps that I have here, and we'll just go under the table and the other one. All right, we are secure. Last thing here, we have our handle. This will go right on top, and we can open it up and the dough is going to go right into that tube. So we have our gadget assembled. Time to load it with our dough. This has been resting only about 20-30 minutes, not very long at all. If you didn't have a vacuum bag, you probably want to let this rest 1 to 2 hours or so. So it really makes a big difference and speeds up the entire process. I'm probably going to split this up into 2 batches. Down into here. We'll just slide that in. We'll throw this on top, attach our handle, and then you just want to get it started up. No, I'm kidding, it's not electric. We're gonna go right down, starting to turn this, and this is your workout for the day. So you'll tell right when you get to the end, it's not going to turn anymore. The moment of truth, you can take all of your pasta ribbons, bring them right up, line them up, and lay them onto your work surface. Now we just open it back up, and we can load in our second piece of dough. Slide that down. So what I really like about this particular shape, the gargati, is that there is actually a small hole forming through the center of each of these noodles. And it has this super unique mouthfeel when you bite into it that I absolutely love. All right, so that's done. Look at that. Beautiful. We'll come in with a little bit of semolina flour here so they don't stick together. Now they have beautiful texture on the exterior here. That's gonna help grip our sauce, provide wonderful mouthfeel. So we'll allow it to dry for just a few minutes before cutting them, and that's going to keep that hole right through the center of the pasta. I usually go about 1.5 inches. I feel like that gives you real nice texture and length all the way across. Not too long, not too short, but at the same time, you can cut these into small little macaroni, or you can leave them in really long noodles. So just depending on how you're feeling, you can have a whole variety of pasta just from this one die. I got a tray here, dusted with just a little bit of semolina. I'm gonna keep them separated. Now we'll get started on our Madeira cream.
In 4 centuries, pasta made appearance in writing of Cicero, who was known to be extremely fond of tagliatelle. So, Roman poet, Horatio, and even more famous writer, politician, and speaker Cicero, who called it lasagna, clear allusion on the well-known as lasagna. So Marco Polo was supposed to have brought noodles or pasta back to Italy from Cathay. So Marco Polo did not bring any pasta back from his travels. Italians were already making pasta from at least a generation or two before Polo was born. So it can be entirely ruled out that he might have brought back the idea of long thin noodles, but it also very difficult for tied to those specially to him. So spaghetti was already known before Marco Polo was born. Now let's proceed to the shapes of pasta. So first, small shapes for soup. So it's ideally used for macaroni or sopas. So these shapes of pasta ay kadalasan nakikita natin sa mga tindahan and madali na lang po siyang madurog pag sinubo na natin sa ating mga bibig. Next is extruded long piece for boiling and saucing. So this kind of shapes of pasta is mahaba siya na ideally used na ginagamit sa mga spaghetti, and next is extruded long piece for boiling and saucing. So, this kind of shapes of pasta is ginagamitan siya para maluto is pinapakuluan siya. And ang example nito ay yung mga spaghetti noodles, yung sa mga carbonara and sa mga palabok. Next is sheet pasta for baking. So ang example nito is yung mga lasagna or mga baked mac kung saan this kind of pasta is it needs to cook for baking. Next, shape that can easily be filled with stuffing. So, dito naman sa shapes ng pasta nito is, yung pasta is pinifilled up siya ng mga meat or something else na basta siya, pinifilled up siya sa loob ng pasta.
Good morning everyone. I am Sir Jerome and we will now proceed to the food value and storage of pasta. Food value. Durum value has a 15% contrine content, which makes a good alternative to rice and potatoes for vegetarians. Pasta also contains carbohydrates in the form of starch, which gives the body energy. Pasta is rich in fiber, protein, and minerals like calcium, iron, phosphorus, and magnesium. More importantly, it does not contain any cholesterol and saturated fats. Number 1. Sustained energy. Carbohydrates like pasta provide glucose for the crucial fuel for your brains and muscles. Pasta is an excellent source of complex carbohydrates which provide a slow release of energy. Unlike simple sugars that offer quick yet fleeting boost of energy, pasta helps sustain energy. Number 2, low sodium and cholesterol free. If you're watching your cholesterol levels, pasta is perfect for you, being very low in sodium and cholesterol free. Per cup, enriched varieties of pasta provide a good sources of several essential nutrients including iron and B vitamins. Number 1. Sustained energy. Carbohydrates like pasta provides glucose, the crucial fuel for your brains and muscles. Pasta is an excellent source of complex carbohydrates which provides a slow release of energy. Unlike simple sugars that offer a quick yet fleeting boost of energy, pasta helps sustain energy. Number 2, low sodium and cholesterol free. If you're watching your cholesterol levels, pasta is perfect for you. Being low in sodium, cholesterol free, per cup enriched varieties of pasta provides good sources of serve. Number 2, low sodium and cholesterol free. If you're watching your cholesterol levels, pasta is perfect for you. Being low in sodium and cholesterol free, per cup, enriched varieties of pasta provide a good sources of several essential nutrients including iron and B vitamins. Storage. Pasta can be sensitive, not only because you have to preserve the flavors, but also the textures and consistency of the noodles. When stored for too long, the pasta can get stiff and even stick together. You can also get soggy pasta if the pasta is not served and consumed within a certain period of time. Pasta should be stored in a dry place. Keep away from sources of moisture and humid areas. The ideal temperature for storing pasta is between 40 degrees and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not ship or store pasta in a refrigerator or freezer. Improper storage causes the pasta to become moist, which leads to mildew. Proper storage ensures your pasta always tastes its best. If eggs are used in the making of fresh pasta, the fresher they are, the longer the keeping quality of pasta. When fresh pasta is stored correctly, it will keep for 3 to 4 weeks. Flat types of fresh pasta, such as noodles, which is dried and transferred to a container or bowl, it will keep for up to a month in a cool, dry store. Other shapes of pasta can be stores of freezer for further information.
Now we will proceed to the type of pasta. There are 4 types of pasta. Those are dried durum wheat pasta, semolina pasta, egg pasta, and the last one is whole wheat pasta. First one is dried durum pasta. Dried durum pasta is made up with dried durum wheat flour. It is used in soap noodle products like spaghetti, lasagna to make the pasta softer and more flexible when it cooks. Dried durum pasta is one of the traditional used in pasta making, noodles, and also in some types of baking because it gives thick and hard texture. Second one is the semolina pasta. Just like the durum wheat pasta, it is also used in pasta making, noodles, and some types of bread. Semolina have a coarse and grainy texture of this make it suitable for hard pasta that maintains its shape under the heat. To have a semolina flour, the nutrients that surround the wheat seeds is separated from the grain, and it is also result to have a coarse ground flour, aka or also known as semolina. The third one is egg pasta. It's made up of unleavened dough that's cooked in boiling water. It is made up of eggs, wheat, or rice flour. When we say unleavened dough, it is made up without any yeast or pampaalsa. To enhance the texture and uniformity of the strands of the egg pasta, they put arrowroot and tapioca starches to add also a flavor. The last type of pasta is the wheat pasta or the whole wheat pasta, a type of pasta that is made up with whole wheat flour instead of commonly used semolina. The process of having this flour is obtained by grinding the entire wheat for you to have a whole wheat flour. After knowing the type of pasta, we will go now to the sauces go to the pasta. The first one is the tomato. It is most common sauces in pasta in our country. Tomato sauces mix up meat, garlic, and onions, and it can be served as a dish. The best example is the macaroni and the spaghetti. The second sauce is the bechamel sauce. It is originated in France but is also known in our country. Bechamel sauce can be also called as white sauce. Pasta with the mix of buttermilk and flour can be served as dishes. Example, carbonara and lasagna.
Now, let's move on to the 2 more sauces that goes for pasta. Third, we have rich meat sauce. So, when we say rich meat sauce, originated siya sa northern Italy. So, blend siya ng flavorful beef, ripe tomato sauces, and savory spices. So, this kind of sauce nga is combine siya sa pasta like spaghetti and also lasagna. So, fourth, we have olive oil and garlic. So, this kind of sauce naman can be added in pasta like spaghetti aglio e olio, which is originated siya sa Italy. So, this kind of sauce nga is a mix of olive oil, garlic, and chili pepper. So, let's proceed to the common pasta. First, we have spaghetti. So, pag sinabi nga natin spaghetti, siya yung long cylindrical dried pasta of varying thickness and diameter, solid or hollow. So, the name spaghetti is also used as a generic term for a long strings and extruded pasta. So, this pasta nga is common siya dito sa ating sa ating country. We usually combine nga siya sa tomato sauces, rich with sauce, or even bechamel or cream sauce. So, second, we have tortellini. So, this pasta naman, small rounds of pasta dough siya, filled with fine chopped meats and parmesan and nutmeg. So, pag sinabi nga nating tortellini, meron siyang palaman. So, it is originated din siya sa Italy. So, this kind of pasta has a pwede siyang i-combine sa garlic sauce, tomato sauce with cheese, and it can be also in a white sauce or bechamel. So, it can also serve as a broth or yung pinakuluan. Third, we have ravioli. So, ravioli are small squares of pasta dough stuffed to resemble pillows with savory or sweet filling. So, pwede rin siyang palamanan ng mozzarella or cream. So, usually, siniserve siya ng broth or with sauce. So, fourth, we have lasagna. So, lasagna nga, these are sheets of pasta dough, often with rippled or curly edges. So, lasagna nga, can be, add with spinach flavored. So, this pasta is wider and thicker among those three that we discuss. Kasi nga dahil dun sa lapad niya. So, usually, kino-combine siya sa mga sauces like tomato sauce or even sa bechamel. Fifth, we have fettuccine. So, pag sinabi naman natin fettuccine, ito yung kagaya lang siya ng spaghetti pero flat siya. Tapos, mas thicker lang siya. So, usually naman, kino-combine siya sa mga sauce like tomato or bechamel. We usually use it in our country sa carbonara. Pero sa Italy, kino-combine siya para makapag-produce ng fettuccine di Alfredo dish. Dun siya famous. Now, we are done in the sauces that goes for pasta and the common pasta.
Let's proceed now on method of cooking pasta. So we all know that in cooking pasta, the major method we do is boiling method. But we all know that we can also cook pasta by the use of oven or microwave. So the first method we do in cooking a pasta is boil a water. Add salt and pepper to taste. Additionally, we can also add a cooking oil if we want so that pasta won't stick in. The second method we do is put the pasta into water so that the water covers it completely. If the pasta won't completely covered by the water, some parts of it are not completely cooked. The next step is stir the pasta and cook it according to the time in package. Stir the pasta so that pasta won't stick in. The fourth step is drain the pasta into a colander. And the last step is put a sauce in it and it is now ready to serve. And you can now enjoy your pasta.